Okay, welcome back. Today video edition here, I'm gonna be teaching you guys how to correctly gap this clutch. In this compressor clutch gapping, I'm gonna teach you guys how to gap it correctly, because not knowing how to gap it will destroy this clutch in time, because there is a material in this very clutch here that is not designed to withstand excessive temperature, and that is the rubber here. So when this very clutch here experience unusual friction and it start heating up and get red hot, the one that bear the brunt is not the metal part but this very rubber part here. I hope you guys get it. So let me separate this one. You can see how this one heated up. A thorough investigation when it fails is very required, and I can tell it is a friction between here and the pulley that actually caused it. So let's get into the correct gapping. How do you determine the correct gapping of the compressor clutch coil? This is one hell of a way to actually give you guys an introspection. Let me see if I can get a universal ground. When I mean a universal ground, if I use a vernier caliper to measure it right now, a lot of you guys will not have a vernier caliper. So using a vernier caliper is not a universal ground for me. I want to find something that you can find in any part of the world. Something that you can literally find in any part of the world. And when you find it, you can use it as the universal component to determine the gapping of this very clutch here. Now, what happens if the clutch is too gapped away from the compressor? Let me demonstrate so that you guys can be able to see it. What happens when the clutch is too gapped away from the compressor? It creates air gap, and that air gap is gonna destroy the magnetic coil. Let's say like here, this is a very worse gapping. This is a very big worse gapping, which is a terrible one. And here is extremely too poor gapping. So none of the first or second is good. But somewhere here is a kill shot. Now, how do I transfer this measurement so that you guys can be able to see it? I got an idea, and the idea which I'm going to be using is this guy right here. There is a two spacer. Sometimes you can find three. That often goes inside here when you lose the compressor. I have two here. We have one that is here, and we have another here. If you look at it, the both of them are not the same size, so you can get like three different ones. The smaller one is often the best. Second or third to the smaller one is often the best ideal. So this is a universal yardstick measure that works. So let me go ahead and insert one of this one inside here so we can see for ourselves. Look at it right there. And see, even without measuring it for the first time with it, I was able to get it. So this one worked, right? This is like a 2x sticker of this your nail thickness, the thumbnail thickness. So look at it right there. Now let's if we try to insert this other one here, this is gonna be a little bit bigger than what should be there. Let's try to fit it and see what happens. Okay. Woo, yeah, it's hot. Okay, you see, it couldn't go in, it couldn't get in. But either ways, from this very testing here, second and third sizes of this very bigger spacer of this is okay. Now let me still give you guys another way out of this. There is a universal spacer in every compressor, in every car AC compressor, and pay attention very carefully. This very spacer is around there are 5 of them on the longest bolt that secures this compressor and keep them in place. So those spacer there is exactly the size of this very one. So that is the kill shot. That is what you should use to determine it. So each time you are adding spacer here, when you are done adding it in the clutch, let me remove this one here. Let's add these two in here, because this gap we're talking about, you cannot create it artificially by just how you saw me added it. You can only create it by this. So I've added it. Let me go ahead and put it right here. Okay, here we go. So just that two that I added, you can see it. If I press it, it looks too close. Now that tells me that's the reason why the first clutch burned. It shouldn't be too close, because right here the gap seems to be okay, but when you press it, it closes, and that tells you how much gap is going to get as soon as you insert this right there and tighten it. So those two spacers are not enough. We need to add one more. I hope you guys are following. So let me go ahead and get this one out. The two which I added here is not gonna be enough, because when you tighten it, just like I just showed you guys right there, it closes, the gap lapses, and that is not a good one. So I'm gonna get another one and let's experiment further. Lisa. Okay, here you go. You can see my collection of spacers. I did this so I can be able to retain it. You guys know exactly how to get this right. Now over here we have more flatter ones, like here. This is just the size which I needed here, the size, or I can remove this one here and add another bigger one. So let me go ahead and unlock this. Okay, let me go ahead and unlock this, and we take one out of it. Then after that, I'm going to show you guys another way to measure the right size. So okay, now it didn't work. So instead of adding this three, you can take the old one here. This is the former one, and they're about the same size. These three are about the same size, so that is not going to work out. So in that regard, instead of bunching two of these, it's better to get another thicker one like this. And so here we go. But this is way thicker. You guys will not see it, but I'm seeing it. So let me get another one. What we need is just a little bit more, something more, just a little bit bigger, and we strike a balance. That is what most professionals go through now. This is a kill shot. These are same size. Now here is another way to determine the gap, a universal gap. If I told you guys to use this, I know you guys are already familiar with it, it's not gonna work. Why? Because for those who have actually understand it, one of it may work, but some of these are thicker. You guys can see it right there. The one here is thicker than this one here, but this one can actually be a good measurement. But this is another standard one, which you guys already know. Most of them are apparently the same size on every compressor you pull it out from. So use this to measure the gap before tightening the 10mm bolt. Before tightening this very 10mm bolt, once you push it and it opens, you use this to insert it. If it is exactly permitting this one here without too much gap, just touching it when you insert it, then when you tighten it, it's gonna give you the best clearance. So right now, let's add these two and start testing. Here. Okay, I've added it. So let's go ahead and put it right there and see what we're gonna get this time. Yes, that is perfect. Perfectly done. How do I know it's perfect? Now, there are a lot of ways which I'm supposed to have used to show you guys so that you can avoid the excessive gap. If this belt is not here, you need to roll the pulley. When the pulley is running, you press this. It should be able to bring it to a stop. If you didn't bring it to a stop, it means there is too much gap in your setting, right? That is after tightening the 10 here. You need to perform that after tightening the 10. So right now, I want to just give you guys a new yardstick, which I talked about. And let's take a look at it. So if you look at it here, you don't need to force it. but it's almost in there. It's almost. I haven't tied a 10. This is just the right normal gap you should maintain. Now, if I take one of these very seal, which I told you guys about, it's gonna slide right in. You guys can see right here, and look at that. That is perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten this 10 right now, and we should be good to go. The other time it was really pressing and touching the pulley, which I told you should never touch the pulley after setting the clutch. If it touches, there's gonna be a problem. It's gonna burn the clutch. Just give it some time. So right now I want to go ahead and torque this. I want to go ahead and torque this, and I'll be back. Okay guys, I have just torqued it, and you see the gap wasn't that much difference. It still retains that, so it still retains it. Look at it right there. That's incredible. Most of you guys wouldn't know what I go through to actually give you this knowledge, because this is one of the most